See, a lot of times we think, shoboy, what do you care, man? Papá, mamá, es mi vida, ¿qué te importa? Es mi vida, déjame vivirla. Muchas veces decimos eso. It's my life. Let me make my own mistakes. Okay, relax, okay, cool. Listen, guys, I know it's your own life. But you just represent yourself. You represent more than yourself. No solamente te representas a ti mismo, representas mucho más de ti mismo. Señor, ¿cuál es su apellido? What is your last name? Señor González. Como actúa el señor González, how he acts, what grades he gets, sus calificaciones. You don't just represent yourself. You represent the González family. ¿De qué parte de Latinoamérica son? Where are you guys from? De Hidalgo. You represent Hidalgo. You represent Mexico. You see what I'm saying? What's your last name? Okay. Bizaña de Esparza? Bizaña de Esparza. Bizaña de Esparza. Qué hombre. Usted representa a las latinas. You represent Latinas. You see where I'm going with this? What's your last name, sir? McNeil. You represent the McNeil family depending on how you act and you behave. So you see where I'm going with this, guys? And you represent the African American community. So you represent so much more. You represent your ancestors, their sacrifice. So my question to you is, how do you want to represent your family? McNeil. González. How do you want to represent your family? ¿Cómo quieres representar tu familia? ¿Como losers? ¿O campeones? ¿Or like champions? And that's your choice, right? My brother Eddie wanted to get involved in radio to help out the community. He started in Santa Ana, California, and las tardes helping out the community. Things are going great. Guess what? His very own co-worker, another Latino, rats him out to La Migra, to immigration, because he doesn't have the right documentation. Tiene un documento que compró, no sé, en la Fiesta Market, donde sea. Me dijeron, no sé. Right? And he gets fired, lo corrieron. He could have been a victim. Haters. I can't make it because of him. Because of immigration. I can't make it because of racism and discrimination. I quit. But no, he didn't want to be a victim. No quiso ser víctima y siguió echándole ganas, siguiendo su meta. Terminó en Oxnard, luego de ahí se fue a Sacramento, California. Estaba en las mañanas, in the mornings in Sacramento, California, helping out the community. Things are going great. Another coworker, another Latino, rats him out again to La Migra. Le ponen el pie otra vez hacia La Migra because he didn't have the right documents. Now, my brother's facing deportation. Deportación. What does that mean? One-way ticket to Mexico, thank you, don't come back again. And family separation. Because his country is saying, you're the problem, get out. Thankfully, his boss got him a lawyer, and we went to San Francisco. We drove up from LA, my family and I, and we went to court to try to see if my brother could stay. Fuimos a un juicio para ver si mi carnal podía quedarse aquí en los Estados Unidos. Estaba el juez, we had the judge, immigration, my brother Eddie, my family. Judge hears how he helps out the community, comes out, and he says, Eddie, I wish we had more citizens like you. I wish we had more citizens like you, but you know what? As of today, you got to pay this fine. Esta multa. But here's your work permit. You can stay here legally. And what a blessing that was, guys. Hard, honest, determined work eventually pays off. Keyword eventually. I like to call our generation, the young generation, the click-it generation. Queremos todo como si fuera el internet. You know? College degree, click, download, done. Perfect house, click, download, done. Career, click, download, done. Así de rápido, ¿no? Ladies, el hombre perfecto, click, download, done. Perfect man, right? It doesn't work that way. You might get a couple antiviruses that come up. Pero no se agüiten, ¿eh? Eventually es la palabra. Eventualmente vas a llegar ahí. No te desesperes. Don't get desperate. You know what I'm saying? So moving on from there, to make a long story short, mi carnal Eddie, right? 20 years later, 20 años después, ahora lo escuchan en 55 ciudades en todo Estados Unidos. He's heard in 55 cities all across the United States, and his name is Piolín por la mañana, right? That's my carnal, that's my brother. He gets to speak Spanish. You know, he's done well on radio, he's helped out a lot of the community, and I'm very proud of my carnal. And please do not say that I look like him because his nickname is Cara de Perro. His nickname is Dogface. They're like, hey, you look like your brother. I'm like, thanks, pero no me agüito. Then there was me, 8th grade. My parents are like, Nico, we want you to go to college. We heard it's good for you, but we don't know how you're going to get there. Órale, gracias. 8th grade, honors classes, advanced, straight A's. Kill me, you fancy, huh? Going into high school, and my high school puts me in lower level math and English. Me pone en clases de nivel bajo, viniendo de puras A's and honors classes. I was like, wait, hold on. That doesn't make sense, right? And it's not like I took a test or anything. They just kind of looked at me or whatever, and they're like, okay, tú para acá, right here. Maybe that was racism. Maybe that was discrimination. Maybe because I'm Mexican or my color. Whatever. Look, I'm not going to be a victim to it. And I joined a group by the name of Avid, right? Any Avid students here? Right. Y me conté a una organización que se llama Avid en la high school que me ayudó a ponerme en las clases correctas. They put me in the right classes to go to college. Guys, racism, discrimination, I'm not saying it doesn't exist. Existe. But it exists for all of us. Whites, blacks, Latinos, Asians. Either you're going to be a victim to it, or you're going to hop over that board, over that barrier, and overcome it. And if you're Latino, we're good at hopping barriers. 10th grade, changed my life forever, and we're about to wrap up. 10th grade, honors English class with Miss Buckout. Hasta el nombre está crazy, huh? The name? Miss Buckout, yes. Just old white lady, crazy strict. Nobody could talk or laugh in her class. Crazy old white lady. She'd been at the school since the school got founded, you know? Like she laid the first brick. Like Miss Buckout was here in 1901. Estaba hablando de Romeo and Juliet, like she was there, like, oh, Romeo was my home. Changed my life forever. I sit in the front, and unfortunately for minorities, very few Latinos and African Americans, mostly all Caucasians, right? And I sat in the front on a chair, and I don't know about you guys, but sometimes your desks, la silla de tu desk, abajo, it has this, like a metal piece for your books, like a book rack, ¿vale? And what happens is people behind you sit down, and they put their feet on your book rack, and they just shake you. Right? I mean, you know what I'm talking about? And you're sitting there like, time, my desk has hydraulics. It's the Latino package or what? So this girl behind me was doing this. And so she's behind me. She was a cheerleader, blonde, blue eyes. I'm sorry. Se llamaba Amber, right? Very pretty girl. And I'm like, yo, Amber, you think you stop shaking my desk, please? She's like, oh my God, no. So for 3 weeks, I went to class with the shaking desk. 3 semanas, temblando mi desk. And so I said, that's it, I'm going to stand up for myself, even though I was only 4 feet tall. And I went to class that day, and I tied her shoelaces to my desk. Le amarré las agujetas a mi escritorio. ¿Te gusta tanto? It's all yours, love it. 2 minutes later, Miss Buckout, can I go to the restroom? Oh my God. Miss Buckout's like, yes, Amber, you may. Se trata de parar. She tries to get up. She can't. Ah! Suelo on the ground, laid out. Everybody in class is laughing. People are going crazy because they haven't laughed in 3 weeks. Some man in the back, we didn't even know he was missing a tooth. Chimuelo. ¿Quieres te presto, güey, dientes? I'll let you borrow some teeth. They're like, hey, shoboy, I like it because you're always smiling. I was like, because I can't close my mouth. Pero no me agüito. Miss Buckout says, Edgar, step outside right now. Fuera. Let me break some down to you guys. I've never been into like crazy troll. Like, siempre sabía mi límite. I knew my limits, you know? Like, you used to get a check mark in elementary school. Like, if you were misbehaved. I had like 2 check marks. Le hablaban a tu mamá, your mom at home. At 1 check mark, I would be like a teacher's pet. Yeah, I was like, teacher, I bought you a half-bit mango from my house. De mi Latino lunch pail, which is a plastic bag del fiesta. Hey, but we know how to reuse and recycle, ¿sí o no? We give a Latino a plastic bag, man. We got a lunch pail. You need an extra maleta to go to Mexico, duct tape. ¿Sí o no? Bolsita para la basura in the bathroom. And if somebody breaks your car window, plastic bag. You want tinted windows? Black hefty bag. I'm telling you, we're leading recycling and reuse to us. So I'm telling you, we are the greenest people. That's why they call it a green card, huh? That just came to me right now. Now I get it, that's why. Don't look at us negative because we know how to recycle. Why do you have a green card? Because I know how to recycle. I'm just kidding. I haven't write that one down. I have no idea where I was at. So, I'm outside. Miss Boca comes outside. Remember? So, sale la maestra. And guys, I'm about to wrap up. I'm going to terminar, I promise. Y me mira a los ojos, and she looks at me, and I still get a little upset when I say this. Y todavía me enojo un poquito, me llega el coraje. Pero me mira a los ojos, she looks at me, and she says, Edgar, I should send you up to the principal's office right now. Debería mandar a la oficina de directora. Dice, but I'm not going to waste my time on you. Because you're not going to make it in this class anyway. No voy a perder mi tiempo contigo porque ni la vas a hacer en esta clase. And then walks back inside. I've spoken to over 100,000 students, and I ask them the same question. Do you think that's racism or discrimination? Raise your hand if you think that, guys. Many people? Many people? Okay. Well, thank you for raising your hand. All the teachers didn't raise their hand. Thank you. Listen, here's the lesson. If you get anything, get this, okay? Here we go. It's very easy for our minds to say, pobrecito little shoboy, it's the white old racist lady's fault. I gotta keep careful when I point. Because I was at a high school like 2 weeks ago. And I was like, it's the white racist lady's fault. And there was a white lady right there. I was like, alright, we're putting you away, buddy. It's very easy. Echarle la culpa a alguien más. It's very easy to blame somebody else. Because it makes you feel good about yourself. Because you don't have to take responsibility. But listen, guys, the reason why Miss Buckeye was telling me I wasn't going to make it in her class is not because she was racist or discriminating. No era porque era racista o me estaba discriminando. She was saying that I wasn't going to make it because I was being a clown in class. Porque estaba jugando en la clase en vez de enfocarme. Por eso me dijo que no le iba a hacer. But do you see how easy it was for a lot of us to just say, poor little me, let's blame it on her. Hay que echarle la culpa a alguien más. My question is, do you want to be a victim or a champion? I went back in her class, and I got an A in her class, right? And that's when it hit me, guys, and I was embarrassed for myself. This is how I'm representing the Sotelo family. The hardest thing I ever got to see is my mom, the favorite daughter of 9 kids. I was like 9. To my grandma in Mexico. Era la favorita hija de 9 de mi abuelita en México. Mi mamá. Y un día, a las 4 de la mañana, one day at 4 in the morning, she gets a call from her sister and they says, Belia, tu mamá acaba de fallecer. Your mom just passed away. And I've never seen my mom cry like this. Nunca he visto a mi mamá llorar de esta manera. I couldn't do anything to stop it. Yo no podía hacer nada para pararlo. And that's when it hit me, guys. Is when I realized it. Ella dejó lo que más amaba por venir a este gran país a darme a mí y mis hermanos una mejor oportunidad de sobresalir. That's when it hit me. My mom left what she most loved to give my brothers and I a better opportunity in this amazing country. And I was being a clown in class. Yo estaba actuando como un payaso en la clase. That's it, man. That's when it hit me. Y cambié totalmente. I was still having a good time, pero más enfocado. Graduated high school. From there, I went straight to a 4-year university. For you guys that are doing the community college, that's great. You're saving a lot of money. But make sure you focus. You do your college work here, your general education. Take off into TCU, UTA, SMU, wherever you got to go. Don't stay here 8 to 10 years. You can't get a doctorate in a community college. Make sure this is a step. This is a step in moving on forward, right? I had the blessing to get some scholarships and financial grants and so on and so forth, so I could go to 4-year university. I graduated with a degree in psychology. Why psychology? I love people. I love studying behavior, how I can motivate, and so on and so forth. From there, I thought I was going to be a politician to help out my community. But then I saw the power that entertainment has. So I chose radio. And I ended up getting my master's at the age of 23 in leadership from Azusa Pacific University. And I was like, here you go, papá, mamá. Aquí está su hijo recibido de la universidad a la edad de 23 años. Gracias por todo lo que hicieron, you know? And I did 3 years in radio. Thank you guys. 3 years in radio in San Francisco. 1 year ago, moved out here to Dallas. Bye, girl. That's my cue to leave. And things have been going great. Gracias a la gente que nos escucha. Y gracias a Dios ustedes tenemos trabajo todos los días. Thank you so much for listening to our radio show on Mary 175 in the mornings. And we have a job, you know, and things are going great. We have an outreach program. We did our first scholarships to undocumented students this year through our show. And we have many more things to come. But listen, guys, I could sit here and talk to you for hours. Puedo estar aquí hablando por horas. Pero como dice mi papá, las palabras se van con el viento. Words are gone with the wind. What matters is your actions. That's it. What are you going to do with this? Anything is possible. Todo es posible. Ah, sí, shoboy, escucha muy bonito. That sounds so pretty. I think I heard it on an Adidas commercial with Kobe Bryant or something. No, I'm being serious. I know it sounds nice, but I'm telling you because I saw it in my own family. Anything is possible. And I'll wrap up with this. This is it. Carnal Eddie. They wanted him out of the United States. Salte, get out of here. You're the problem. 20 years ago, right? Get out. Fast forward 20 years. A couple months ago. And he's chilling at the White House with Mr. Barack Obama. 20 years ago, el país, salte de aquí, Eddie, no te queremos, eres el problema. 20 años later, Mr. Barack Obama, ¿qué tal, Pilín? ¿Cómo estás? Welcome to la Casa Blanca, bro. What? Guys, anything is possible. It's up to you, though. Do you want to be a victim? Or do you want to be a champion? God bless. Thank you, guys. That's my time.